cash flow versus profit. You can be broke while making money. Today we're going to clear up the number one financial misunderstanding in construction. So the important points we're going to cover in this video are profit versus cash, where the disconnect between the two happens, what the fix is, and the bigger picture to keep in mind at a company level. So again, we're Atlas CFO, we're CPAs and former contractors, and our job is to help contractors just like you. We've been there, we know what it's like, and we want to help. So profit versus cash. Well, there is a difference. They're not the same thing. And why is that? Well, profit is an accounting number. It is earned revenue minus cost. And so the remainder, what's left over, is profit or loss. Cash. What's the difference? Cash is what you collect. It's what's in your bank. So you can be profitable and still run out of money. I'll give you an example of how that can happen here in a moment. But cash flow timing is really what it boils down to. It can kill good companies. You can have lots of profit on paper and no cash and no way to pay the bills. So what is the construction cash trap? That's a mouthful, but what is it? So some of the things that can be payment terms. Perhaps you have a contract with, I've seen 120-day payment terms on your invoice, and I've seen subs that want paid every other week. So that's a huge disconnect. You've got to be the bank on that project, and you've got to wait weeks to get paid. Retainage, that's something a lot of times we take for granted, or we just accept that it's part of our industry, but allowing 10% of your overhead and profit number to sit and not collect till after the end of the job, and in some cases fight to just get paid, that's a huge impact on your cash flow. Late client payments, again, not just maybe late payment terms, but late payment on their part. Perhaps you don't follow up. Perhaps you just assume that they'll pay you within the contract terms and you let it creep. And that's another way you can get into a cash trap. Mobilization, big upfront material purchases, especially specialty subs. Some of the first tier subs, you can have a lot of money in HVAC equipment, in boilers, chillers, electrical equipment. We all have seen what transformer costs are doing and the lead times. You can see a lot of times where you get specialty equipment and they want you to pay up front. Mobilization, moving all of that equipment to the job site and getting ready. Well, it's now tied up. You can't go use it somewhere else. That's not just an actual cost, but it's an opportunity cost. Ramp up. You can hit the job hard at the front and put a bunch of man hours in it, get a bunch of materials in, be putting a lot of hours in with a big crew, and you only get to bill monthly after the cutoff. WIP, under and over billings. You can get underbilled on a job and just assume that you'll make up for it next month when you bill. And again, with these things we listed above, that can really drain your bank account while you accumulate the cost, get the bill prepared, send it out, and wait to get paid. The under and over billings is your reality, meaning if there's a timing difference on when you're incurring costs and when you're billing, that's your situation, regardless of what the paper profit looks like on the job. So the illusion of winning, well, what do we mean by that? Well, let's take a job, and let's say it's a $1.2 million contract. It is job cost of $700,000. So nice margin, $500,000 in profit. So that's yours if you hit that number. But it's not necessarily cash just because you've completed the job and hit that number. Why not? Well, it could be several factors, and I'm sure you're familiar with at least one or two of these. Well, let's say you have a big, in this case, $200,000 invoice. It's billed, it's unpaid, it's 90 days old, and it's getting older. You're just assuming you'll get paid. You're just waiting to get paid. It's just sitting. It's not in your hands. It's out there in the client's hands or the customer. Let's just say you have that 10% retainage. So you have $120,000 of your earned revenue sitting out there, your earned profit sitting out there, not in your bank account. And then, to make matters worse, let's just say you've ramped up through a bunch at the job to get over the hurdle and get it done, and you have $100,000 in materials, $100,000 in payroll. Paid, bought, not billed. Underbilled. You're underbilled by $200,000. You've got all your costs in. You've earned that $1.2 million in contract, you should have that $500,000 in gross profit left over. But with the reality of the timing, you actually have negative cash in the bank, $20,000. So this is the illusion. You can do great on paper. You can have all of the performance in the field you need, but if you're not watching the cash flow and the timing, you can be completely upside down from a cash perspective. So what's the fix? Well, there's two parts. Track cash flow at 1, the job level, and 2, at the company level. And what do we mean by that, or how do we do that? Well, you need to review your jobs weekly. Know what costs are coming in, know what you anticipate billing. Monitor retainage. Better yet, can you negotiate a reduction at 50% complete? If not, you need to at least monitor when you've hit substantial completion so that you can bill that retainage. Know your payroll burn rate. We talked about ramp up on a job. Maybe your manpower schedule has you throwing a bunch of bodies at it to meet the schedule or to get done. Know how much you're going to incur, and then know what your billing terms are on that project. Build a 90-day look ahead. Build one at the job level. Have your PMs project what their schedule for costs are and know when they're going to bill. At least have a good idea. It's better than not knowing till the cutoff and then you go back and scramble to see what you can bill. Tie it to your actual job schedule. What does that mean? Well, review your projections monthly. Look at your WIP, your job schedule. Look at your under-over billings. See if that is jiving with the job level details of your billing schedule, your cash burn, and how much you're spending. Are you catching up? When you look every month at the job schedule, are you decreasing that under billings, or are you slowly falling behind? How do we bring it all together? Well, you knew this was coming. It's our AGM, our Atlas growth model. Headlights instead of the rearview mirror. That's the summary. Why? Well, you can get monthly projections out to 3 years. You can see, in simple example, you can see what's your net income based on how much work you have. Where are you making money? How short are you? As a result, you also get a projection on your balance sheets. How much cash do you have? Are you building cash? Are you building working capital? Is it dropping off? Do you have enough time to get ahead of it, find more work, drive more profitability and production in the field? We give you those tools, not just the summary level, but the details by month. But you also get a snapshot. Where were you? Where are you year to date? And where are you headed? So if things are on track, if you know the jobs are doing well, see it in a dashboard. A couple of simple pages, and you know you're on track because you're doing all of the things at a job level, and now you see how it rolls in at the company level. And again, we also have added KPIs, so you can track your performance against industry benchmarks. You can do efficiency ratios. We have days in AR, days in AP, days in inventory, backlog, working capital metrics. So you can see, okay, how well am I doing? Am I doing good enough? Am I doing better than my peers? Should I focus on some of these metrics for improvement? We've got it all right here in one easy to use, very simple program. So if you want to see how you stack up, go to atlascfo.com. You can book a walkthrough of the Atlas growth model. Just use the contact us page. Give us a little info. We'll get in touch with you. While you're there, join our free programs. We have a 7-day boot camp, financial boot camp for owners. And like and subscribe. Of course, we'll keep the tips coming. We don't want you to miss them. So again, until next time, thank you and all the best.